So Punjab have finally managed to get another 2 points on the board. They're still occupying that last position on the points table. But my word, what a game it was! It shouldn't have gone to the last ball, but it did, and that's what Punjab have been doing. They just haven't got the confidence to finish games, and they almost choked today. But in the end, they got past the finish line by a very, very small margin. But good for them that they've got those 2 points. Now they've gone up to 4 points, 2 games out of 8. They still need to win all their games, and it's going to be tough for sure. But this should give them a slight amount of confidence. But at one point, their heart would have been in their mouths. Every player in the dugout was stunned, stone faced at one moment. They couldn't have lost this, and they did not. But in the end, all's good in the hood as Punjab crossed the line. It was a humdinger again. KL Rahul staying out there till the end. Chris Gale playing a fabulous innings, 53 of 45. They almost went. They were sold down the river again, but alas, they won by 8 wickets. And maybe this is the start of something good for Punjab this season. Let's have a look at let's have a look at the best tweets of this game. Jeet at not Balle Balle says the good thing about Gale batting at number 3 for KXIP is the opposition can't bowl too much of spin in the middle overs, so they have to use their fast bowlers against Gale, which might affect the death bowling. Very astute observation there. He says that Gale batting at number 3, but you can bowl your spinners at Gale, I think. And they did bowl Washington Sundar and Yuzvendra Chahal to Gale today. I don't know if it's much of a worry bowling spinners against Gale, but still, I think a far-fetched observation. In this game, we saw they bowled Mohammed Siraj against Gale, of course, and Navdeep Saini and Chris Morris, but they also bowled Washington Sundar. So that was not much of a factor, but I still think to some extent you are right, Jeet, that they shouldn't bowl their spinners, but spinners have historically had the upper hand against Chris Gale. You should bowl the spinners to him actually. Next, we go on to another tweet. How do you describe the impact that Gale has had on this match? Due to his reputation and matchups, RCB have had to use their best bowlers. And as Gale didn't get out, he another batsman can bat to be relatively lesser quality of death bowling. So what he's trying to say is Bangalore bowled their best bowlers to Gale, and Punjab could play to the lesser quality of death bowling. But I think this tweet was tweeted a bit early on in the innings when Gale was batting out there. But in the end, he did lose his wicket to a run out in the last over. Again, they had their heart in their mouths, but finally they crossed the line. They've struggled to do that this season. It's been like kryptonite to them. A win has been a kryptonite, that those finishing runs, but finally they've managed to get over the line, and that too by a very thin margin again. The ball just tipping over the bar. Chris Morris was out there, but Nicholas Puran managed to clear the boundary. Very gutsy from him actually, going for the big shot on the last ball of the match. They required 1 run. Let me tell you, in the last over, they just required 3 runs to win, 2 runs to win. They got one of the first three again. It was deja vu for them as they required one of three. As the match against Delhi went, that went to the super over and they eventually lost the game. But this time they managed to win this game, of course. And Virat Kohli doesn't look really disappointed because he knows they did play well, they batted well, they bowled well as well. And there is going to be an odd match where you're going to lose the game. Now they've won 5 out of 8, and to avoid getting into a tricky situation, they should aim for winning the next couple of matches at least. They might require 3 wins out of the last 6, and I think they are definitely in a good position at the moment. Bangalore, they retain their position at the third spot, with Delhi at the top, 6 wins out of 8, 5 wins out of 7 for Mumbai. Then, of course, 5 wins out of 8 for Bangalore. Fourth spot is obviously occupied by Kolkata. Then, as we go down, Hyderabad. Punjab at the last position, Hyderabad and Chennai at 6th and 7th respectively. And the most prominent thing about this match would be the presence of Gale today because they did require him. We all thought he would be in there instead of Glenn Maxwell, but actually they got Mujibur Rahman out on and got Chris Gale in, and straight away he clicked 50 for him in the first match of the season. He was itching to get out. He was irking to get out, and he finally got a bat out in the middle, and he did a fabulous job. Five big sixes, especially in Sharjah when his miss hits can clear the boundaries so easily. That's why I think Chris Gale had to play today, and Mujibur Rahman going out was a better option, I think, because he wasn't looking good in his first two innings, first two games. Mujibur Rahman didn't look like the Mujibur Rahman he is. Uh, the mystery spin that he imparts on the ball, he wasn't able to trap the batsman. He was also going for runs. The ball wasn't turning much for him. It wasn't stopping in the wicket for him. So definitely, I think a very good decision by Punjab to get Chris Gale in, and it paid immediate dividends for them. It would be brilliant to watch if Chris Gale can carry on the same good work in the next games as well. This would be really this would be a confidence booster for them as they go into the next games. Let me tell you, their next two games are against the Delhi and Mumbai. So the road is not getting easier by any means, and let's see if they can catch up to the train. Let's look at the scorecard now, of course, for this game. Bangalore 177, 171 for 6, courtesy that flourish in the end by Chris Morris and Isuru Dana. Aaron Finch 20, then the Particle 18 again got them off to a good start. Virat Kohli came in, anchored the innings again, 48 of 39. Washington Sundar 13 of 14. The experiment didn't pay off. Shivam Dube, two sixes for him, 23 of 19. AB de Villiers was sent at number 6, a really perplexing move, according to me. 2 of 5. Chris Morris 8 of 20, 25 of 8, 3 huge sixes for him, and Isuru Dana 10 of 5 did his job. Punjab bowling card was decent. Glenn Maxwell 4 overs 28 without any wickets. Mohammed Shami expensive in the last over especially. 4 overs 45 for 2. Ashdeep 2 overs 20 for 1. Ravi Bishnoi 3 overs 29. Murugan Ashwin, the pick of the bowlers for Punjab, 4 overs 23 for 2. Chris Jordan 3 overs 20 for 1. His first decent outing this season. And as we look at Punjab, they also played their full quota of 20 overs, just managed to get over the line just by a very thin margin. KL Rahul not out 61 of 49, 5 sixes for him and a boundary. Very mature innings as he always is so mature. Mayank Agarwal played fabulously again, 45 of 25, looked in top form. He was timing the ball really well. 4 fours and 3 huge sixes from Mayank Agarwal. Chris Gale, the second highest scorer for Punjab, 53 of 45. Again, one boundary and 5 sixes. He straight away had an impact as he came into the side. Nicholas Puran faced one delivery, but that turned out to be the all-important delivery of the match, as he just tipped the delivery over the bar and got Punjab to win. Uh, Bangalore bowling card, decent again. Chris Morris 4 overs 22, Navdeep Saini 4 overs 21. No wickets from these two pacers. Yuzvendra Chahal expensive but picked up a wicket. Isuru Dana 2 overs 14. Mohammad Siraj very expensive, 3 overs 44 for none. Washington Sundar expensive again, 4 overs 38. Nothing in the wickets column really, just one wicket for Yuzvendra Chahal and one run out of Chris Gale. Apart from that, no wickets fell in the Punjab innings, and Punjab finally registered 2 points, and they get onto 4 points now. This is the second win of the tournament. This might be start of something really good for Punjab, something they can look forward to now. 6 games left. Can they win all of them? We'll have to wait and watch for that as the tournament progresses. This is Yuvraj signing off. We'll see you tomorrow again at 4 p.m. for tomorrow's game, which is Mumbai versus Kolkata, Rohit Sharma versus Dinesh Karthik. Battle of the Indian captains. So keep watching Sports Tiger. Till tomorrow, have a good night's sleep.